Hi Studio 5 friends, it is beauty contributor Megan Moore and I am actually coming to you from my house. This is my office and my beauty lab. This is where I film all of my tutorials and where I store all of my beauty products. Now, I know I'm an extreme case and most people do not have this much storage available to them and they don't have this many beauty products, right? So just ignore that fact. But because I have so much, I've learned some really great ways to organize your beauty products to make them more accessible, more organized, just to feel a little bit more control over sometimes an area that often feels very chaotic.
We call that exclusive access. What a treat to get a behind-the-scenes peek at our beauty contributors' personal beauty supply. As Megan mentioned, we don't all have such an extravagant collection, but most of us do have our fair share of beauty stuff. So in today's Style File, we shine a spotlight on products that will help get your own beauty mess in order. Megan Moore is here with her advice. We're just all dreaming of that office space, which you remodeled recently, right?
Yeah, it didn't used to look like that. It used to be like a bomb went off. So finally I got myself and my life figured out a little bit more under control. But I think most of us have a few drawers in our bathroom that look like they've exploded as well. So I wanted to give you a few ideas to kind of help keep it under control.
Well, and it's easy to identify the trap. I mean, there's all those samples. I've started to say no to samples because they pile up fast. You try something, you don't like it, you stash it in the drawer for later. It's easy to see how it builds, but if anyone is, I think, credible and equipped to talk about organizing beauty, it's a lady that has a whole room of it. So let's jump in. What's our first storage solution?
Okay, so the biggest thing you want to do is make sure your drawers are divided into smaller zones.
Okay.
A drawer is just a landing zone for mess, right, and clutter, and so you've got to divide it down into smaller groupings. So I love acrylic trays for this. I think they're fantastic because you can kind of piece together a size that works for any drawer. So I love these ones by STORI, the brand STORI, and you can find them on Amazon, but it's literally like Tetris where you can piece together the different sizes to get the perfect thing for your specific products and your specific drawers. So definitely dividing up with acrylic is like the first place I would start.
Tetris is a good way to describe it because, and they're inexpensive, right? You can buy a bunch and play around with what works. Oh my gosh, look at the nail polish drawer.
Right, and that is a pared down version of my nail polish drawer. I really went to the bare minimum.
Here's what this is. Number one, it's helpful information to organize your own stuff. Number two, it's picture proof for your husband when he tries to accuse you of having too much stuff. You can say, look at my girl Megan.
Yep,
look at my girl Megan. Okay, it's her job.
Blame it on me.
In some bathroom spaces, there isn't a lot of space, so that's where you have to kind of get creative.
You've got to get creative. So again, another one, this one's great for a deep drawer. This will be a really great option. Another way you could divide things up inside your drawers. I love these. These are candle jars that I keep and then I get rid of the candle once it's done and I use that to divide up my drawers. So.
Okay, hold on. Can we come in studio and see these candles just for a second? Sorry, I jumped ahead there, but I think that's a genius tip to repurpose a container because it's perfectly the height, the circular shape. That's perfect. That's a perfect use for those items. So,
and those will fit in any drawer. So that's a great option. And I love to put, scrunchies or whatever in there. Okay.
And we just saw the video of the drawer. This speaks to getting creative with your space.
Yeah, the cabinet. So behind the cabinet door is a dead zone, right? We don't use that very often. And so I think a lot of people use that kind of space maybe in their kitchen. They think about it for like their soaps and stuff. But bathroom works too. So these are the over the cabinet ones. You can find them on Amazon. They're smaller ones, bigger ones, whatever you want, but it's a dead zone and these are perfect places for bottles that need to be upright. So your hairsprays, your dry shampoos, all of that is a great place behind the door.
Okay, I actually didn't know they came in those smaller scaled sizes. I've seen it for pantries like you talked about or closet shoe organizers, but those are minis and they fit perfectly.
Yeah, this one's actually by command too. So it has the command strip so it doesn't even show from the front at all. This one will show a tiny bit but it's clear. But yeah, such a great dead zone that we're not utilizing.
That is genius. Okay, Amazon you said.
Yep, Amazon for both of those.
All right, what else?
And when you do need to put something on the counter, because obviously there are times when you can't hide everything away, I like to make sure it kind of looks like a vignette, something that's on purpose. So I reach for a glass tray or a wood tray. And my favorite way to do like brushes or anything like this is these are actually plant pots. I love plant pots or pen pots because it looks designed, it looks on purpose, and then you can kind of cluster everything together so it looks like a really cute vignette and it's not just clutter all over the countertop.
I feel like this with organization in general, but particularly with an area like the bathroom, or in this case your beauty stash, when it's done well, when it's organized well, I feel like you're more likely to appreciate it and maintain it.
Yes, if you can glance at something, you're more likely to use it. If you have to dig for it, it's going to expire, you're not going to see it. And yeah, once it has a place, it's so much easier to keep it clean because you just know exactly where it goes back. So make sure you can see it at first glance, make sure everything's non-expired and stuff you're actually using, clear out the clutter, and then make it beautiful, and you're more likely to keep it clean.
Yeah, make it pretty. Make it pretty as you make your face pretty using all this stuff. You're going to post links on your website, right?
Yep, links to everything and a few more tips there too as well.
Where do we find you?
So thebeautysnoop.com.
All right, and thanks again for the husband proof.
Of course.